I am Bianca, as you know, and I will be presenting on easy peasy plots with esquisse. And I literally just have a short demo. That's my total slideshow. It's 2 slides. I am doing a lightning talk. So the esquisse package provides a graphical drag and drop tool for people starting out, especially people trying to venture into the tidyverse. It's not playing. Let's see if that works. There we go. So it's a drag and drop add-in that's based on ggplot2. So first of all, you need to load the esquisse tidyverse packages, and then I also loaded Gapminder just to get a data set to demonstrate this. So I use the data function to load the data, and then I call the esquisser, or I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So then you call that function, and the graphical window pops up. So you choose your data. It will show you the number of variables in your data set, and you can choose to curse some of your variables if you want to. I'm just leaving mine as default, and finally you just say validate import data. And there you have your various options. So now you literally just drag and drop the variables onto x-axis, y-axis. You can map your colors. So for example, in this example, I was mapping the continent to the color and population for size. And you can see how the plot updates in real time. At the bottom, you have some options to add titles and labels. And so while I'm typing the labels and stuff in the video, I just want to say to the top left, you can also choose a different type of plot. You'll see by default, it will make a scatter plot because it's 2 continuous variables. But there's also bar plots, SF, there are various options. So, but for the variables I chose, the default was fine. So I was just typing some titles and subtitles and x-axis, y-axis. Maybe we can just skip a bit. So the next was the plot options. There you can choose color palettes, and I think it's nice to follow Francois because I also struggle with colors. I never have enough colors. And then to the bottom you can change your legend position, for example. I just left mine to the right. The next option is to filter the data interactively, which is really nice. So you can you can remove some of your variables there by continent, or you can use the sliders for your continuous variables to subset your data. And you'll see that in the background, the plot is updating in real time. And now we get to the coolest part. So after you're happy with your plot, you click on Export Code, and there you can copy the code to your clipboard if you want. You don't need to select it, you just copy. Or at the bottom, you choose Insert Code in Script. So watch to the left. There, the code goes into my script directly. So from there, you can go back to your script, and you can tweak it furthermore and, do some log or whatever you want. So you can tweak it there, or you can just run it now to make sure, but it's saved in your script, and there's the plot. So I think it's really nice for people starting out with ggplot. If you have trouble, you add your color argument to your geom and it's not working because you're trying to map your color to a variable. It needs to go in aesthetics. But I know for beginners, I remember I was having trouble with the color stuff, like where do I put the color argument? So I think this is really nice for beginners. And even people that's just lazy to type that whole chunk of code, just drag and drop, import, and modify from there. So that's my talk. Thank you.